Many companies are familiar with process maps, but value stream mapping is different because it focuses on the material and information flows central to a production system.
The only thing we're doing that you didn't see in the old process maps was that we've got a closed circuit of information coming back from the customer and product going toward the customer. And it's that closed circuit is the real issue. So typically process maps, and by the way, Henry Ford was drawing these in 1914. It's drawn the step, the amount of time, distance, and so forth between the steps. But there's no sense of why you do something. There's a list of things that have to be done, but when do you do them, how much, and so forth. So there's none of that takt time sort of presence, which is the heartbeat of the market, the voice of the customer, in operational terms coming backward.
So how do you get started mapping? First, you have to select the product family that you're going to map. The easiest way is to focus on one of your largest customers and pick a product or family of products that you ship to the customer. The value stream map always starts with the customer. In this case, the map is for Acme Stamping, a fictional company. The part is a steering bracket produced for State Street Assembly. All the data in a value stream map is based on the customer's takt time. Takt time equals the available work time divided by customer demand. With available work time at 27,600 seconds per shift and customer demand at 460 pieces per shift, takt time is 60 seconds. In this example, the ideal value stream would be for all processes to be producing one part every minute. This current state map shows where Acme Stamping is today and will reveal obvious opportunities for improvement. One of the biggest ahas in current state mapping comes when you draw a timeline at the bottom of a map to show the amount of value-added work being performed on the product. The lower timeline shows the actual processing time, where the product is transformed into what the customer wants. This is the value-added time, which in Acme's case is 188 seconds. The upper timeline is the most revealing, showing that the product spends over 23 days waiting for processing. Each value-added step at Acme is shown as a process box. Traditional manufacturing improvement has focused on squeezing out mere seconds from these processes. Lean manufacturing focuses on eliminating the non-value-added waste in the system, shown by the inventory triangles. Value stream mapping helps us identify this waste. Value stream mapping is divided into the material flow, the physical transformation process, and the information flow. The information flow helps you understand why inventory is being created. In the case of Acme Stamping, like many companies, individual operations are scheduled by production control based on a weekly build schedule. Individual operations build to the schedule regardless of if the next operation really needs it. Drawing the current state map gives you a high-level view of the waste in your system. When mapping, do not get caught up in unimportant details. Make each map as simple as possible. Use paper and pencil and go to the floor. Get estimates of key data and just do it. Most value stream maps can be finished in hours, not days or weeks. After measuring and identifying waste, put the current state map aside. The next step is the fun and creative part of value stream mapping, when you develop a future state map for your lean system. The final phase of value stream mapping is developing and implementing an action plan to achieve the future state. Value stream mapping provides its own set of icons for designing the future state. Most traditional process mapping leaves out such concepts as pull systems and supermarket-style storage areas. Customers and vendor facilities are illustrated by factory icons. Value-added steps are shown as labeled process boxes. Inventory is drawn as a triangle, or in the original Toyota drawings, as a tombstone for dead material. Transportation, a necessary but non-value-added step, is shown by a simple truck. Traditional product movement is illustrated by a push arrow, where product is made and pushed, whether the next process needs it or not. A leaner approach is a pull system, represented by a circular arrow. Instead of inventory stockrooms, lean manufacturing uses a supermarket concept. Each supermarket has a small, well-managed inventory buffer, where employees can pick only what they need. Other icons like Go See, Kanban Post, and Triangle Kanban represent ways of flowing and controlling material movement. Armed with these tools, you are now ready to create your future state vision. The Acme stamping map still starts with the customer and the takt time. But now we see an emphasis on how the product flows through the system. We see supermarkets, pull systems, Kanban, and frequent deliveries of product to the customer. On paper, the resulting production lead time has shrunk from over 23 days to 4.5 days, and the processing time has been reduced by a few seconds. Once these improvements are implemented, Acme can be much more responsive to changes in customer demand, hold far less inventory, and free floor space for future business.